So semi-recently, the new Captain America Brave New World came out, and the general consensus was that the movie wasn't the greatest. And in particular, there were some discussions about Sam Wilson as the new Captain America that I wanted to address. So the most common talking point that I see brought up about Sam Wilson being the new Captain America is, unfortunately, the fact that he's black, and how some people say that it's a sign of Marvel going woke because they cast a black actor as the next Captain America, or that you are somehow automatically racist if you don't like Sam Wilson as the new Captain America, or that people just aren't ready for a black Captain America, or that you're racist if you wanted Bucky to be the next Captain America. And this talking point is actually why I'm even making this video, because I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about how ridiculous I think all of this is, and hopefully shed some light on this and help people to stop killing each other online. We'll see how that goes. So I think I have boiled it down to two main reasons why Sam as Captain America doesn't work for so many people, myself included. And spoiler alert, none of it has to do with race. Now I will briefly concede that there are some people, no matter where you go or what fandom or group you join, that are actually racist and are going to hold extremely toxic beliefs. But I'm not talking about those people. The amount of Marvel fans that are actually like that are so unbelievably small that they really aren't worth talking about. I mean, even just with casual Marvel fans, nothing hardcore, never touched a comic book in their lives, they just know the movies. Okoye is a fan favorite, Black Panther's adored, Shuri is loved, Nick Fury is loved, Storm from the X-Men is loved, Blade is freaking adored.
Ladies and gentlemen, two-time Academy Award winner, Mahershala Ali.
I mean, listen to that crowd, right? And don't get me started on the Spider-Verse movies with Miles Morales. Freaking everyone wants a release date. Those are some of the best Marvel movies ever made. Either you love them or you're a big fat liar. So clearly, 99.9% of Marvel fans don't have an issue with black characters in their superhero movie. What I'm actually talking about is the large amounts of people that aren't racist, but they're still taking issue with Sam Wilson as Captain America. Why? Why is that? The first and biggest reason why Sam as Captain America doesn't work for people is because of Bucky Barnes. In Endgame, we saw old Captain America and realized that he was about to hand the mantle of Captain America down to either Bucky Barnes or Sam Wilson. Let me reword that so we're all on the same page. We had a man at a time who was best friends with Captain America. He was a super soldier just like Captain America. He has known Captain America for basically his whole life, his best friend, a genuinely good person at heart. He was captured by the enemy, broken, and turned into a weapon, giving him a checkered past that he feels guilty for, and he wants to make up for that now, and he has the opportunity to now, by carrying the mantle of his best friend. We have a guy that steals every scene that he's in. The Winter Soldier was only in the MCU on screen for like 22 minutes of runtime across the entire Infinity Saga, but he gripped you for every second of that time, and he had a ton of scenes that really felt like they were building up to him being Captain America. In fact, in every single Captain America movie, Bucky is in some way, shape, or form set up subconsciously to be the next Captain America. He holds the shield up at least one time in every single Captain America movie. In the first Avenger, he holds it defensively one time. In Winter Soldier, he holds it twice actually, once defensively and one when he catches it. He fights with the shield in Civil War. Are you really going to tell me that that's a coincidence? I guarantee you that if Falcon held and fought with a shield in every single Captain America movie in the trilogy, people would be pointing that out as undeniable proof that Sam was set up for the next Captain America, and that people are just being racist and they can't move on from Steve Rogers. Sam becoming Captain America would be like if the Spider-Man movies kept teasing MJ becoming a spider person. She doesn't have powers or anything like that yet, but they keep teasing it to the audience, and we start to imagine what that could be like. A spider couple with spider powers stopping crime together. That would be so cool. And then after years of build-up, Spider-Man retires and then hands the mantle down to Ned instead. Ned gets superpowers and he's the new Spider-Man. Like, sure, I guess. Sam has already been established in the universe, people like him, he's a good guy. But you can't help but feel like there's a bunch of missed potential here. Like the build-up lied to you and gave you something else that was less cool than what you were originally promised and what you could have gotten. You don't hate it. Ned is fine, Sam Wilson is fine, but we've been getting a lot of fine in the MCU lately, and people are getting really sick of it. The MCU used to be way more than just fine. It used to be really good, and the reason for that was entirely the characters and how much they made us care for them. The second main reason why Falcon, being Captain America, isn't working for so many people, it's really simple. It's probably just the fact that Falcon is realistically one of the weakest, if not the weakest, characters in the Infinity Saga. He's just a dude with guns and a wingsuit. He's a nice guy, and he can set aside his own personal feelings to do what is right. That's pretty much it. He never got growth or a big standout moment like other characters did. His defining moment in the MCU for most people was saying, "on your left." He's just kind of a boring side character for most people. He's not bad. He's definitely not terrible. He just kind of exists. People are saying we aren't ready for a black Captain America. But I would argue that in actuality, the MCU wasn't ready for a black Captain America because it never set one up. If Black Panther was pulled aside by Steve in Endgame and asked to be the next Captain America, it would have only come slightly more out of left field, and more people would have accepted it because more people like T'Challa, and he's actually kind of a super soldier. Now sure, from a story standpoint, it wouldn't make any sense. I'm not saying they should have done that. T'Challa isn't even American, nor would he make the most sense to be Captain America. I'm just saying that T'Challa has more depth to him, he's more interesting of a character, and he would have been a more interesting choice than Sam Wilson as Captain America. Literally just because more people like T'Challa compared to Sam Wilson. Literally, Star-Lord T'Challa from What If is more liked than MCU Falcon. In addition to not having much depth to him in the Infinity Saga, and not really being set up at all as a character, and not really being written that great, he's now being tasked with following up one of the MCU's most beloved characters ever. Captain America has one of the best arcs across the Infinity Saga, and one of the most compelling arcs across film, and a ton of depth to him. He's not just a nice guy who does the right thing like Sam Wilson. He's a man at a time. He questions authority when he wasn't supposed to. He plays off other characters really well, to the point that the scenes write themselves, like when he interacts with Bucky or Spider-Man or Iron Man or Black Widow. We like Sam Wilson, but we love Steve Rogers, and that's probably one of the biggest issues with Sam taking over right now. The MCU has failed to make us care about Sam the way they made us care effortlessly with Steve. Steve was stellar, Sam is serviceable, and people are sick of serviceable. In order for Marvel to get back on its feet for good, all they need to do is just write their characters better and make us really love them the way that they already proved they can do in the Infinity Saga. It's definitely easier said than done, but I have faith that they can do it, and I want them to, because I still love Marvel, and I still want them to succeed. I know they can pull it off if they try. Thank you for watching.
To me right now, I do not really see Anthony Mackie as like the replacement of that, you know, the new Captain America kind of thing, even though he's a totally fine actor, and there's nothing really that wrong with the character.
Sam Wilson being the new Captain America, which is also kind of a terrible idea to bring it in this early, as we don't know much about the Falcon. He's not really a character that even got his own solo film.
You haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming? I haven't seen the Falcon Oh no, there isn't one, sorry.
It didn't hit me until halfway through this, because I'm like, well, what do I know about this guy? I mean, I saw Falcon and Winter Soldier, and he's in a ton, you know, Falcon's in a ton of these movies, but he was never someone that, like, stood out. I mean, that was nobody's, like, favorite Avenger, you know what I mean, Falcon.
Something that would have worked a lot better is if Bucky Barnes took up the role as Captain America, realized he couldn't do it, and then gave the mantle to Sam Wilson. Because then we'd actually get some action with the Falcon and get to know him as the Falcon.
Oh, and on to the subject of Marvel characters that I do not like. I hate Falcon, aka nobody's favorite superhero. Falcon just flies around, he says dumb shit. I feel like the characters in the movie don't even like him.
After Endgame, the only movies that have been universal successes have been the ones with the characters we already love without question. Tom Holland as Spider-Man, all of the Guardians. Hell, Deadpool 3 is carried entirely by Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, whether you like it or not. But outside of those movies, the MCU has been lacking that star power, and it contributes to the lack of enthusiasm from the audience. Nobody's gonna get excited for an Avengers team led by Anthony Mackie and Brie Larson. It's nothing against them as actors, it's just that they aren't the Avengers that people have come to love.
This Captain America, I'm just like, well, okay, he's a nice guy, he fights through stuff like any superhero should, but I don't get too much else out of him. Even during the Falcon and Winter Soldier, where they really, go much more into who he is and everything. Again, he's fine, but to be the Captain America, the face of America and everything, or at least in this universe, in the MCU, it's just not there yet. I'm not saying it can't get there, but it's definitely not there in this movie.